Hello you guys, this is Latius and Latius, and for this video, I've been meaning to make this video for a while, maybe not for a while, but I had to go back. Well, obviously you're gonna see on the title of the YouTube video what this is about, because I remembered I talked about Vaduko when I made the other event, the movie one, when I was talking about exactly what I feared was going to happen based on what happened with Snowbreak and all that. Not end of service, but at this rate, this game, at least maybe our server global might EOS end of service soon. Maybe not soon, but close enough, because they finally updated like 10 minutes ago after running away since the last post, which was like 8 days ago, because they knew I knew they were gonna post. They couldn't keep running away forever, right? This is just like a notice post. But you know what, Infold? You have angered us so much to the point your usual running away, like ignoring us tactic ain't going to work this time, okay? You did that with Infinity, and you literally have been our global server, you know what? Fuck it. Our global server has no say in it. Actually, no other server except the Chinese. Okay. Because their game is in China, so they take priority more. But when you release these other games to other overseas and stuff, you kind of have to take into account everything. Obviously, you need to also listen to the Chinese players, because guess what? Infold didn't even listen to their player base. Now that I think about it, I don't think they even fixed Seiya's King of King of Darkness, his myth. I don't think they ever fixed that, and they got into a lawsuit over that. So they never fixed it. And not only that, but don't forget, in the beginning of the game, when the game first started, the game was showing cracks not too long after. And why I say that, because those gifts that we got with the 5-star, the the login and all of that, that was literally the compensation for that. So this game honestly has been dead on arrival for years now. Literally, maybe the first year it debuted, I forgot when we got it, but it was that quick. Because it's like, how the fuck do you tank a game that's this popular? We're not talking chump change. I mean, the amount, I don't remember the exact, but the amount I saw this game make, does it surprise me? No, because they're the first ones that have done a 3D ultimate game, and that's a big deal, right? And they fumbled it in less than 2.5 years. How does this happen? Oh, I'll tell you how it happens. Ignore, ignore, ignore. We're not talking, once again, chump change. We're talking about lots of money. And to the Chinese players who are the toxic one, not everybody, I feel so bad for you guys that actually also wanted Vaduko. I told you my issue with Vaduko, when I watched my video when I was talking about him, I think I said two things. One, his design. Like, I think if they changed the hair a little bit and something about the ear and stuff, maybe if they just gave him his ears when he transformed. Did I ever say I didn't want him from the game? I think the only issue I had with him coming into this game now was rushing. And that was my problem with this all along. They rushed it with Caleb. It just became too much. Like 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. Like, it could have been better if they just slowly. But here's the problem. They didn't listen. That was the problem. They just kept ignoring us, globals, and even Chinese players' issues. And then it became an issue when Valco came, because I don't blame the players' final last straw. I got mad too when they wanted to release him, not the character, no, when they wanted to release him right away. It just felt way too quick. I'm sorry, yes, too quick. And again, not fixing the game and just properly not releasing these things. Main story, yes, I knew we were going to get main story with Valko. But again, even if they had to delay it, it would have been better. But here's the thing. If anybody has learned from this game called Snowbreak, and I was kind of hoping Love in Deep Space was going to get that karma. Sorry if it sounds evil, but you got to understand the story behind it, though. I am so glad they're getting it. And no, I feel bad for you guys, but I believe those same players, I'm just going to scroll here because I don't want to show people's username. I think those same players attack Snowbreak, the ones that are fucking toxic, and they attack Love in Deep Space. They wanted Valko gone, but I have a feeling if they even give a shit, like, do they even care that they might have potentially screwed the game over? Because, so with Snowbreak, they did a collab with a post office thing. I don't remember what it was. And that game has suggestion themes, so I guess the player basically like, oh, post office collab and suggest your theme. No, no, no. Okay, fine, just take out the collab and do something else. But no, what happened was it's those multiple complaints led to the game being taken out for a couple months. They brought it back and it was heavily, heavily, heavily censored. Where does this lead us? I'm reading reports right now. Lingering Lust, the Onsen Hot Springs event. I'm reading reports. I'm seeing that it's already beginning to get censored. So you know what? My heart is so happy. And I don't care if you hate what I'm saying. If you want to like whatever with this video, but my heart is so happy because careful what you ask for sometimes. I'm directing this towards the toxic, fucking delusional Chinese players, but it's also not the Chinese players' toxic fault. Like I said, the ones that actually wanted Valko and stuff, I am so sorry for you guys, and I'm so sorry for everybody. But also, it is mainly technically Infold's fault because all they had to do was two things. One is communicate and listen, because we would not have been to this point had they have done that. I believe so. If they were just smart and communicated our issues, and then we would have been okay with these releases, but they were just not happening properly. Like, if it makes sense, like Rush, it just felt too long, too fast, I keep saying. The second issue, and this is where they signed their death warrant, in my opinion, and for me too, because it's not fair for the employees, is Infold catered towards them. And because of that, they put their employees' lives in danger. They have been getting a lot of shit thrown at them. Actually, literal cow shit I read on their headquarters. And funeral flowers. Like, what the fuck is that about? And also, I think they called the cops yesterday. I think their time difference is, it's already, right now it's almost, oh, you can see that it's 3 a.m. here almost. I think it's like 12-hour difference, so it's like 3 p.m. the next day, like next day, 3, 4, I don't know. I read that they had to call the I think it was them or somebody in their vicinity had to call the cops because they found somebody with a knife. So Infold, not only do you ignore us, you put your employees' lives in danger by catering towards them instead of saying, fuck you, we're not going to listen to you guys. At least if they did that and they got the government involved, then fine. Then they had no choice. I think that is why the censorship is happening, because I think the government is on their asses literally. At least if they just protected their employees and said, we're not doing this, we're still releasing Valko, and if they wanted to get the Chinese government, fine. No, it's not fine. But no, that is not what happened. They literally said, okay, let us step on us and we'll do it and stuff. But guess what? That's not how that works in Ford. Have you not been online and not seeing how bullying and stuff works? They're gonna keep going after you whether you remove Valko or not. And now they're censoring the game from what I'm seeing. I think they're saying they're doing zoom shots, and I have not read my Rafa's onsen. He had fluids on his hand, obviously, if you know what that alludes to. They said they removed that. They said they're zooming in shots that make it, yeah, little stuff like that, right? I told you it wasn't gonna stop, or I should have it's not just tattoos. Everybody thought it was just the numbers on the tattoos on Catch 22. No. That's not how it works. They're going to go through it, comb it like a fine tooth, bro. I don't know if that's the correct way. But yeah, they're going to do that. And it's not going to stop. Because again, if nobody is making AI edits or whatever, The reason why I say is because obviously misinformation could go around, but people, because now it's coming out right now, it looks like it's confirmed they're slowly going through the censorship. Well, you can't see me, but I'm smiling. I have never been this happy about a company's downfall because I'm so tired of companies taking advantage of people, right? Right? I work, or not just me, but the people that spend so much money who work for their hard earned money, and they spend all this money, and you do the most dumbest shit ever by removing a whole character. Imagine if Capcom, big companies, or like Mario or Nintendo Mario, they want to remove Mario because it offends people. That's how big of a deal this is, because it's not just Info Love and Deep Space. This is going to be the turning point, I believe, for at least Chinese games, especially Ultimate app games, because I was going to try another game called Silent Whisper, and I found out it was from the same developers as Life Makeover that I used to play, but I quit it. But what I didn't know is they're based in China. So my immediate was like, nope, I am never trying a Chinese app ever again. Because guess what? They're going to probably attack that poor game too soon whenever it gets released. So you know what, Paper Games, honestly, I think like you literally ruined for the people that actually care about the character Valco and Ultimate games, or honestly all Chinese apps in general, because this is going to affect everybody whether they realize it or not. Like, because it was getting big. Imagine that, China getting Ultimate games and getting more. That's awesome, right? Because why not? But no, it's just not a Love and Deep Space issue. It's going to affect the poor, everybody that lives in China that loves to play the games. And you know what? Men can also play Ultimate games. I did not realize how up the asshole you guys were about this too. When I said men can play Ultimate games, and people were attacking me for it. Personally, I don't care. The only thing Ultimate cannot do, though, is obviously add a male main character, because no, that's not how it works. However, men can play Ultimate games. Okay? Yes? Why do I say that? Because, like, oh my god, like the amount of shit that I saw, like, oh, men cannot play Ultimate games. You serious, right? Y'all like to call it, to the people that like to call it woman safe space, it looks to me that women love to take women down more, because that's who kind of took, no, that's who took this game down, and Snowbreak, not men. The fuck, like, what? And then you don't, because since they had the Anime Expo, men are not allowed to go to the cosplay booth. It's only a woman's event, because unfortunately, not to my shock, they don't like the gay and LGBT and all that stuff there. So it's a no-no, because when comments like, oh, that's so bad, or not bad, they were just expressing disappointment, like, I'm a male player but I can't go. At least somebody responded, like they were a Valco cosplay and they said they catered towards men and women. Perfect. Right? Of course, even if they do the convention here, they have to go by their Chinese rules, so they can't. So it's like, stuff like that pissed me off. And then going back to the issues of them ignoring this game from the very beginning, and also, not addressing my biggest issue that I've had this whole time is optimize. This game, as soon as I deleted it, because yes, I deleted it last week. I am done. I'm fed up. I'm so sorry, Rafa. I'm so sorry to everybody. I love Shinosuke Tachibana. I love listening. He's my favorite man next to, is it Mori? I keep forgetting his name. Mori Sho, the voice actor for Impi and Giru. Where was I going with this? I pretty much deleted this game last week. It's over. No, I get everybody wanted to be hopeful, but this is a Chinese game. That's why as soon as they made the announcement that they were getting rid of Valko, and I saw that potential the government got involved, Yeah, it's over. I don't think y'all understand how bad it can be when the government there gets involved, man. They're going through a fine-tooth comb all because I'm thirsty. All because, you know, Enfold. Optimize. They never optimized the game as soon as I deleted it. My storage now, it's like the only thing that takes a lot right now is I think my app games. It literally freed 40 gigabytes. I know my phone was 256 and it was taking, and I still had space, don't get me wrong. But they never optimized the game properly, damn it. I mean, I had to delete the game for 1 month from my old phone because I was just so mad that they never fixed the gigabytes in this game. Like, I'm pretty sure they could have tried to shave off something. Something like make the game optimized friendly. And then I figured out that you can actually download the game again without it being double, because when you download new updates, if the game is 20 gigabytes, you get another 20 because it copies the game. I never heard of that. Is that normal for game updates to work like that? But I found out if you delete it and re-download it, it only copies one game, which was why I was somehow, God forbid, able to get back into it, and how I missed that spring banner event. But honestly, that should have been like, that should have been my wake-up call when I got mad and I deleted it for 1 month, man. I knew it from the beginning. I saw the fucking writing on the wall, man. It was so obvious. And I know this is just an app game, but oh my God, they're so dumb. They had the potential to lead this game. Like we're talking big, and this is just ultimate. I'm strictly speaking ultimate right now. Who would have ever thought I would see China that would enter the ultimate app? You know, because like years ago when we only had like the Vita and we had like only Code Realize, Norm 9, and I was hoping one day like we would get more ultimate games. And my God, Axis in Idea Factory, P-Cube, all those companies, that's great. And then to actually see Ultimate bloom in China, that's amazing. There was no competition for them there. There is no competition. That's another story. I guess, maybe Japan, other companies, hint, hint, y'all can release 3D Ultimate, because I hope everybody in the Ultimate market is watching this, because it's like they squandered such a big money maker. The amount that I saw that y'all were making info that's directed towards y'all, I'm like, how do you mess that golden opportunity up? I know why. Because your usual tactic is ignore, and run away. Right? They did the same shit with Shiny Nikki, kind of. And they kept like bringing like all those expensive banners, damn it. But our protest was, we stopped spending money. I think the game has been better with Love Nikki. There have been boycotts before, and I think they have worked because they have addressed some issues. At least it's better than Infold, because they addressed zero. Oh, but guess what? They're not. That's Elix. They shut down Mr. Love anyways. Am I surprised? No, because you shot yourself in the foot by not handling that properly either. The voice acting controversial. Like, y'all didn't. Oh, and speaking of voice acting, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I didn't even know Tachibana voiced Raphael. I first started with the English voice acting, and soon as I heard Ray's actor, I was like, I don't like it. Sorry, I don't. It just doesn't fit him. That's what caused me to actually change to the Japanese server. Once I heard his Japanese voice, I was like, I'm keeping it. And once I found out Tachibana voiced Raphael, I'm like, I'm keeping it more. And then they booted him out because he visited a place that was a big issue to the Chinese, because that's like all history and stuff. Okay, fine. Understandable. The problem is I think he did this years ago, so why did it become an issue now? Like, did y'all, Infold, what the fuck are you doing? Like, hello? Did y'all not know that? Because what happens if the Chinese players knew that before, and they might have said, don't put him in the game? I'm like, Infold, what are we doing? And the fact they got rid of him, I'm like, Ray is not the same for me, man. And this is just Japanese voice acting. Now, now it's like, yeah, it's all these problems. Like I said, it's not just medical. And it's like they got rid of him. I liked his voice, even though Ray was not my favorite. I really liked him a lot. I don't think I've ever heard his voice, his acting before. So it's like, I need to check. Has he voiced any other Ultimate game? I need to know, man. I have no idea. The funny part is, Silas's VA, actually heard him in Yakuza because I was like, wait a minute, he sounds familiar in Yakuza 0, this one character. Lo and behold, yep, it's the same actor. Have I heard him in anywhere else? Maybe I have, I just didn't realize it. Has he voiced any other Ultimate games? I don't know. I know nothing about Seiya. Caleb Mahiru's voice actor. I'm sorry. Am I missing anybody else? I even found out that the voice actor for the Japanese for Valko was so excited, I read. And now I think he unfollowed them. So this is a shit tactic on all. Literally, I guess to best summarize it, because I don't know how long I'm going to go on with this. I'm just pissed right now. I know it's a game, but this is a gold mine that they came across. Paper game with Infold came across a gold mine. We're talking that kind of gold mine. And they squandered it. And guess what? I think the only way to save it at this point, and some people suggested it, are they going to do it? It's the only way to save face, because I think how bad is Paper Games affected by it? Quite a bit, because like I said, this affects everybody. I will never touch. I'm going to still keep Love Nikki and Shiny Nikki. And until they actually do something so bad that they piss me off, or something incredibly bad, y'all are done for. Thank you, Paper Games Infold, for literally ruining it. I think the only way to save face, and some people suggested it, are they going to do it? I don't think so, is Infold moving headquarters. Some people suggested Taiwan, Hong Kong, right? Yeah, I did not know that Infold was based in Shanghai, but isn't Shanghai still in China, though? Because no. They were based on, I don't know. All I know is if Paper doesn't move, y'all just toasted the Ultimate community big time, or at least your games or something, because it's like, oh well, what else can I say? And then honestly, like the fact that the global server wasn't even communicating, because at least Japanese, so they were just kind of communicating. Chinese too, I think. Obviously, I don't know about Korean side, but the fact that y'all didn't even post just like something, anything, and finally did after 8 days, like I would not mind it end of service, especially if what I'm reading about the censorship happening is true. And I have one of those cards too. And God of Annihilation got a bit censored too, from what I've read. Like most of it is just zooming in. That's still a big deal because it's still covering up a lot. So that's where I'm going to leave this off. I'm done with this game. I'm done with Chinese Ultimate app games, Chinese games in general, or I should say Chinese app games, or basically China and Chinese app, or China overall, because y'all literally gave absolute no shit about us, even though these games have introduced me to the Chinese culture, and it has made me learn stuff that I've never knew about, and stuff like, like the paper things that they did in Love and Deep Space, those kind of things. It's like, oh my god, that is so fascinating. Like, I never would have studied on Chinese culture. But since y'all like to give us shit, I'm talking about the toxic, mind you, this is all the toxic players, not the good ones, no. And then you all called us all the names in the book or bad stuff and saying we're poor, we don't spend a lot of money. Well, it turns out apparently we do. And that's a big deal, because that could also fund y'all asses too. So why should I give a shit about your country too if the global servers, Japanese, Korean don't get a say in it either, right? Right? Like, why? Right? Right, Paper Games? Right, Infold? Too bad, because I would have loved to have learned more Chinese culture, because your games gave us that, and it was so awesome. I loved it, and stuff I never would have thought I'd learn. But why should I care? Apparently, y'all don't care about us, so why should we care? And actually, now that I think about it, you could watch Vivi gaming video. There was a controversy with the Chinese and Koreans, aka that would be Shining Nikki. Look up that video, because a Korean server was starting, but it got axed in a week or about 9 days. Look that up and you'll see what I mean. And why, honestly, I am literally done with Chinese games in general, bro. App games. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. If anybody wants to comment on this video, if you want to shit on it, go ahead. They screwed a gold mine on this. I'm telling you, bro. I mean it when I say it. They had the ultimate market by the balls, damn it, and it was good. What I meant by good, I meant like it was a good game. Like they started it first, you know? They had it and they lost it. Like I have a feeling, I know this should not be mentioned in this video because this is not about Sony, but I wonder how bad Sony might potentially get screwed from the no physical either. They might get some kind of axe too, maybe. And honestly, I hope they do. I hope they do, because they fucking deserve it too, man. It's like the way they went about no digital physical anymore. I'm like, bro, you're pulling out of the physical thing way too early, man. We're not ready for that. I wonder how that's gonna go. So, Paper Games Info, I hope you are happy with this decision, because this is having a ripple effect, and I believe it will on many other things, not just this game, because that's how big this game was. Snowbreak, I don't want to say anything bad about it. It wasn't as big as this game. That's what I meant when I said, like, what the fuck were you all doing, bro? You squandered it. Congratulations. I'm gonna miss Raphael. I miss him. Everybody's pulling out. Even this person, I think their name was I meant Jordan. Their name is, that does, I think, Twitch and uploads their videos on YouTube. He quit. I mentioned it because he was a Rafa fan. He even had one of his foldable things break. That was funny. Raphael, he was a man. He quit too. Everybody's quitting. Artists are quitting. They're canceling events, for rightfully so, because due to safety reasons, because my God, some people need a life and all of that. So, like, dude, stop putting people's lives in danger. So that's where I'm gonna leave this at. I'm fed up with this game. As soon as they quit Valco, bro, like, they could have handled that properly. They could have just said, okay, let's delay it a little bit. We heard you. We get it. Let's delay it a little bit and let's release it later. They could have just done that. I don't think he's coming back. Even if the hype dies down, first of all, it's over, dude. They don't have time. It's over. The countdown started last week. So even if he somehow comes back, which I don't think so, because even if the hype dies down, I guarantee those toxic weirdos are going to go after it again. So good, kiss Valco goodbye. I just don't see it happening. So there you have it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If anybody comes across this video, we can have a chat. I would like to. I don't know anybody else that plays this game anyways. So I'm excited to have a chat. And thank you for not actually running after so long. But oh my Lord, info global server, I hope you do reach end of service. After all, y'all pretty much said we don't matter. So, oh well. I'll see you later with, I need to do Love Nikki, man. That video's yeah, I need to do Love Nikki because I still have not recorded those 2 outfits I got like ages ago. So I'll see you there. Bye, my friends.